side.
Hey, Bob,
Sir.
just a question. Down on 33, on the north side where they did all the tree trimming.
South side?
South, no, the north side.
North side.
Or north side, I'm sorry, yes.
Is anybody gonna clean all that up, or is it,
Well, it's gonna have to be us.
is that right?
Really?
It's the great partnership with OG.
That's what I was afraid of.
Okay, it's 6 o'clock, I'm gonna call the meeting to order. Amy, would you call roll, please?
Patty?
Here.
Brian?
Here.
And Marla's absent. Joan?
Here.
And Kenneth.
Here.
Item 2, consideration and action on consent agenda. Approval of the minutes of the regular meeting December 12, 2025, and approval of minutes of the special meeting January 16, 2025. Has everybody had a chance to read those and have a lot to look through?
Patty, that's a mistake I made. That should be December 12, 24 minutes.
Oh, December 12, 2024, that's right. Should be. Okay.
Do we approve just one meeting at a time, or both of them?
They're both on the consent agenda, so you can either just make rapid approval of the consent agenda, or you can ask to have something removed from the consent
Yeah, we have
agenda.
something on the minutes. Oh, okay.
So
So we'll just do the approval of the consent
I
agenda.
make a motion, we approve the minutes of the last 2 meetings.
I second the motion.
Patty?
Yes.
Brian?
Yes.
Joan?
Yes.
Kenneth?
Yes.
Item 3, consideration, discussion, and possible action on items removed from the consent agenda, and there were none. Item 4 is a public hearing, consideration and possible action regarding the rezoning application of the McWhorter Trust requesting the change of zoning classification of a tract of land located approximately 500 feet west of Casey's General Store on Highway 33 from agriculture to commercial. And I will open the public hearing and hear from the staff. Does staff have a report?
Yes, this is the property on the west side of Main Street or south side of 33. It's all commercial on the west side of Main.
Yeah.
And for some reason, when that map was done, they didn't carry it over up to 33, where it would benefit the city and goes along with our comp plan to have that area zoned as commercial. So at this time, they're asking for that area to be changed from ag to commercial, and all the notices were sent out, it was posted, and all aspects of the code were complied with. And we received no responses.
So is it that whole section out there?
No, this would actually be for, yeah, that area from basically Casey's 500 feet west.
Okay, so just along the highway right away there. It just,
Yeah.
wait, it looks like here, it looks like it's the whole, it just looks like it's the whole thing there.
Oh,
I'm
no,
just curious.
yeah. The white area,
If you look at this,
yeah, it's,
this one,
Okay.
up there, it shows where it is along.
yeah, and this map,
See it?
the white
Yeah,
area.
Okay.
I was asking, looked like the whole
As
section.
far as, yeah, as far as the city limits are concerned on this map wasn't up to date.
Okay.
Showing that that's out of the city limits. when
Okay.
it's in.
Okay.
Okay, does anybody have any questions for Bob?
And staff recommends approval.
Pardon me?
And staff would recommend
Oh,
approval.
okay, okay. Is the applicant present? Anybody want to?
Yeah, Miss-
Okay,
Mr. Mike McWhorter is the property owner.
okay.
And then he is the engineer of record for the,
Okay, would you like to give a report or say anything? Either one of you?
Thank you.
Okay,
Appreciate it very much.
okay.
I have a question. Will the drive-in come right off Highway 33?
and we'll get more into that when we talk about the site plan.
Right now, we're just doing the rezoning.
Okay.
All right, I'll close the public hearing and we'll discussion on the rezoning.
I move we rezone. Yes.
I agree. I second it.
Patty?
Yes.
Brian?
Yes.
Joan?
Yes.
Kenneth?
Yes.
Okay.
Now.
Public hearing, consideration, and possible action regarding the specific use permit application of the McWhorter Trust requesting the proposed use of a restaurant on a tract of land located approximately 500 feet west of Casey's General Store on Highway 33. And I will open the public hearing. Bob?
Our code requires a special use permit for any type of restaurant, which seems a little bit odd, and frankly, staff hasn't had time to make a lot of changes in the code that we need to make.
Yeah.
But this is one of them. So the applicant the applicant's still a McWhorter Trust, but it's going for Taco Bell. The next item will be the Taco Bell engineer speaking, but Taco Bell obviously wants to build in this location, and we would need to approve the permit, basically finding that there's no adverse impacts to surrounding areas. We sent letters out as required. We received no negative responses and have heard nothing negative regarding putting a Taco Bell in that location. And staff recommends it be approved.
Okay. Would you like to say something?
Yeah, I'm John Rogers, and I could add one thing to that. So in other jurisdictions, it's real important is that,
I'm sorry, could you state your name and address for the record? You
Yes.
stated your name, but could you?
yeah, John Rogers, Craft and Toll Engineers, and 928 Airport Road, Hot Springs, Arkansas. And so just a little add on is it's Taco Bell, so there'll be a drive-through lane, and so but that's real important to delineate that it's a restaurant with that service lane, and there's a bypass lane as well, but it's a single drive-through lane.
All right, anybody else? All right, then I will close the public hearing. Is there any discussion on the SUP?
I assume the McWhorter Trust wants this?
I'm sorry, what was that?
I assume that the McWhorter Trust wants this to happen.
I'm sure he does, else
Yes.
he would be standing up saying something, wouldn't he? Okay, anything?
No, I think we should do
Do you have a recommendation?
I recommend that we approve the permit application or for the, what's it called, special,
specific use.
Specific use.
yeah, the specific use permit,
Are
yes,
you making a motion? You
Yes.
said you recommend.
yes.
Second it.
Patty?
Yes.
Brian?
Yes.
Joan?
Yes.
Kenneth?
Yes.
All right. We have another public hearing, consideration and possible action to recommend approval or denial of site plan for R.A. Wilson Enterprises Incorporated on a tract of land located approximately 500 feet west of Casey's General Store on Highway 33. I will open the public meeting.
I think each of you has a copy of this in a smaller form. If you'd like to look or need to look at a larger form, it's here. All aspects of the site plan have been reviewed by staff,
This is Casey's.
and everything is in
This
order.
is Casey's.
Well, Casey's.
Yeah.
And no, you're fine. It has been an absolute pleasure to work with Mr. Rogers, who does this all the time and knows what to expect. So it was very simple.
Is the entrance shown, is that the back entrance to Casey's from 33, or is this a separate?
No, it would
entrance?
be that there's another entrance. There's an entrance apron to the west of that, kind of on the other side of that billboard. It's there.
Oh, it's
So
already,
there'll be a space, there's a lot between Casey's and
okay,
the Taco Bell proposed location.
okay.
And as part of the planning portion, when something comes into that middle lot, if you will, we would require cross
Yeah.
parking lot to parking lot access, which is included in his site plan. So we don't have to turn out on the highway to come right back in.
That's what I was wondering, because, you know, as more businesses build out there, if we have a entrance off the highway for every one of them, it's.
Yeah.
So this eventually becomes like an access road there on that turn in off the driveway. Is that the intent that that road will continue on east and west?
Not,
Street.
sort of, it wouldn't necessarily be a road, but it would be parking lot to parking lot.
Okay.
Kind of a, is that how you would explain it?
Agreed, and we've got on the plat and in the buy-sell agreement, there's a cross-access between all of the,
Okay.
you know, all the entities there along that frontage.
So,
Safety, I mean, it's a safety.
so it's not an actual access road, but it
No,
is. yeah.
no, it would be private property, but if you just, so more than one business shares a entrance off the highway.
It's a safety issue on highways,
Yeah.
so you don't have to get back on the highway and then right back in, so, yeah. Okay.
Staff is really kind of hungry for some Taco Bell, so we would approve.
My daughter told me I needed to approve.
Everyone I've heard from is excited about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're gonna, that driveway, I think you mentioned it, Bob, but that driveway is existing that's there now, so that'll be our main access to 177 North, will be that existing driveway, and we'll share it with the lot to the east.
I think it's really great, and I know we need stuff, but my concern is on people coming from the east, heading west, gonna turn in.
There is a turning lane there.
Yeah.
There
It's
is a
just-
turning lane?
Well, it's 4 lanes, so they can go.
Isn't it, is
Yeah.
it 4 lane or is it 5 lane?
No.
4.
Only 4, yeah. And some,
Okay, that's right.
like, I've seen a cattle truck trying to pull into the Casey's truck thing, you know, and it's like, oh my gosh, you know, some people just don't think ahead. And
Well, I think some of that, I don't know that can be legislated here, is perhaps if people put down their electronic devices and looked at the road, they don't know what's going on. Yeah. Or tacos.
Yeah. Or
Hopefully no
maybe
cattle
even,
trucks are pulling into.
Okay, we'll have discussion after I close the meeting,
Okay.
public meeting. Would you like to say anything of this?
There's a lot of traffic, there's,
Yeah.
I mean, and so that's the market, and it's, you know,
mean,
that's
that's-
why Taco Bell's interested.
That's one reason why you want right
They
there.
wanna capture-
I mean, yeah.
yeah.
But, you know, so there's a little piece in that, you know, think about Casey's, and that driveway is as close to their west property line as they can get. So they're trying to get away from that traffic signal. And so, you know, so we've got, I'm gonna estimate 500 feet from the traffic signal, and it might be a little more or less, but I'm in the ballpark. So I wish we had a turn lane, but we do have that distance to the traffic signal, so,
Yeah.
so, you know, an aware person that's not on their phone or eating tacos
Yeah.
can get into that lane that's moving, which will be in the, you know, the right lane. And
And
so
a shoulder, there is a shoulder.
you can hit the blinker and get into the driveway. So the driveway control is very important, and that's why we're using that existing driveway, and then we're doing the cross access for safety. So that'll help.
Yes, that will.
And it's also something that the city can have conversations with ODOT about
Speed control.
speed limits.
I was gonna say
things
maybe
like
it's
that.
speed.
Yeah.
I do have a question on the drive-through. Do you have a 2-lane drive-through, or, I'm a little confused because one indicates park,
That's the
Yeah, that's a
drive-through in
good
there,
one
and
right
then
there.
that's just a
So, no, good question. It is a single drive-through lane.
okay,
And it's concrete, that's why it looks a little different. We're doing a colored black concrete for that.
okay, I see.
Then there's another, now that's the active lane
Okay.
to serve the customers, but then there's a bypass lane, so we got an extra lane. I
I
don't
see.
really want the sanitation truck to go that way, but it very well could. And so that bypass lane allows that to happen. Or if they're taking too long, you can jump out of line if you hadn't
Okay,
already
I just
paid.
wanted-
So
I just wanted to clarify that.
it's 2-lane width, so 2 cars can go
Yeah.
same direction.
Okay, all
But
right. Would you like to say anything else, or anybody else from the audience? If not, I will
Thank you.
close this public hearing. Okay, now we can discuss. Is there any discussion on it?
Did you ever ask, is this gonna be, can you eat in, or is it just drive-through?
Do what now?
Is it eat in?
Oh, yeah, I mean, they have parking.
Is it restaurant? Okay.
They have parking, but you can't go through the drive-through.
Okay. I didn't know, some places it just drive.
No discussion, or you need more
I
time?
move we approve the site plan.
You would recommend approval to city commission, right?
Yeah, whatever the agenda is. Yeah.
Okay, I'll second it, if somebody hasn't already.
You got it. Patty?
Yes.
Brian?
Yes.
Joe?
Yes.
Yes.
Consideration, discussion, and possible action to accept the Perkins Progress Plan, Navigating Growth Public Monthly Report.
This is the report Larry does each month or every other month regarding the comprehensive plan update we're going through, and that is included in your packets. Unfortunately, Larry was unable to be here this evening, but if there are questions, we can get them to him. It's basically just data on what's been taking place.
Does this report have, I haven't had a chance to read it. Does it have the outcome of the public meeting? You know, what was,
Yeah, it's kind of mixed all through here.
oh, it's just mixed
Yeah,
through there?
yeah.
Okay.
It's-
Page 5, he's got a public workshop report. Starting on page 5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Key themes were a strong desire to preserve the small-town character while supporting thoughtful growth, expanding housing options for seniors, families, and affordable housing, ongoing concerns about road conditions, walkability, and traffic safety near schools, enthusiastic about improvements to parks and park and rec.
Okay, I see. Are they listed, excuse me, are they listed in, and how many responses they got, how many dots they got in each category? Or, I mean,
No,
That's what I was
At the
wondering.
public hearing or public forum, oh yeah, the dot count's on page 11.
Oh, 11.
There was probably 6 or 7 people that attended. 6, outside of staff.
Okay.
He did say they had they had a fairly robust response to the online surveys. So I don't know if that information has been passed back out yet.
Oh, I see, so he's broken it down into each thing.
Yeah, into each thing, like.
And that's where the counts are at, okay.
Yep.
Yeah, okay, good deal. All of it. Do you know what is on the timeline now? What is the next?
Amy?
I do not.
I think he's getting fairly close to compiling
Yeah.
and providing a draft.
What was the end date on it? September?
That's the first month that came into my mind. It's either August or September.
Yeah.
And then there was 1 month where we were supposed to do something and we couldn't due to weather. So I wasn't sure if that pushed us out another month or not. There was a public hearing or public forum.
Workshop in February.
Yeah, and
No,
then,
we had it the same month, didn't we, just a couple of weeks later?
It was gonna be in February and we did it in
March, I
March.
think.
Oh, and we had it in
Because we
March.
had a snowstorm.
Okay. All right. Is there any more questions about the report?
See, one of them was to increase the dining possibilities, which obviously we're doing, but where are we at on Dunkin' Donuts being built?
We're very close to being able to issue them a permit. The holdup has been drainage to the south in that neighborhood.
Yeah.
And then ODOT had issue with Duncan draining to the north to the highway. So we've worked through 99% of that. I mean, I said it last week, but I would expect any day that the engineers approve the fix for that drainage behind, and that Duncan will be approved. I mean, we're just that close. Is that an action item?
Make a motion to approve the Perkins Progress Plan.
I'll second.
Patty?
Yes.
Brian?
Yes.
Joan?
Yes.
Kenneth?
Yes.
Okay, item 8 is new business. Is there any new business?
Nope. Not at this time.
Okay. We'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second?
Patty?
Yes.
Brian?
Yes.
Joan? Kenneth?
Yes.
I've always wondered what happens if nobody makes a motion to adjourn. If everybody just has to sit here forever.
Everybody just walks away and you never
The
closes.
meeting's just going.
Yeah. All right, I will call to order the regular meeting for the Floodplain Board. Will you call roll?
Yes, ma'am. Joan?
Here.
Kenneth?
Here.
Patty?
Here.
Brian?
Here.
And Marla's absent.
Okay. Consideration and action on consent agenda, the approval of minutes at the regular meeting, December 12th, 2024.
of the December 12th.
I second it.
Patty?
Yes.
Brian?
Yes.
Joan?
Yes.
Kenneth?
Yes.
Item 3 is consideration to discussion and possible action of items removed from the consent agenda, and there were none. And is there any new business?
None.
So I will hear a motion to adjourn.
So moved?
Second.
Patty?
Yes.
Brian?
Yes.
Joan?
Yes.
Kenneth?
Yes.